Welcome. We welcome you once again to the Advanced Money Management webinar, and this is 202, and it's sponsored by the Millennium Inspirational Finance Institute Incorporated. This is a place for inspirational and financial information fit for 2020 and beyond. These are a continuation of the webinars 101 and 104 as promised. These are the advanced ones and are planned to increase your quality of life financially, leading to financial freedom and eternal success. We are happy that you are taking in this life-changing course and information. The question we usually ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how would you rate your desire to have the amount of money that you can live comfortably and get what you want or need? I hope it will be 10. We are here to help you with that. Is there a need for having enough money to get what you want? Certainly. The statistics tell us that the middle class is being replaced by another subclass known as persons who are the working poor. And there are thousands who are living from paycheck to paycheck. That's what that means. Just enough to get by with. There is not enough money to reach goals and dreams and expand. So this is what this course is all about. We ask you to get a pen and paper, as we say, take notes. It's always good to write. This has been a stable suggestion for us from the preliminary courses that we gave. So we want you to do the same even now. We are a faith-based public charity, as we always say. We have a 501c nonprofit designation from the IRS, and we are registered in the state of Florida. We are a corporate entity. Our purpose, what we do, we help individuals, families, and even corporations or institutions get what they want by financially planning ahead, being free, being literate, and eventually independent. And our phrase for that is where money is not a problem. Now, we are not a financial service company. We don't offer financial services per se or money management. We only share information and knowledge that may be useful or can be useful to individuals who put them into practice. And for those who want to be financially free, we give you pointers. However, we don't tell you what to do. We only give you the information. The decision is yours. All right? So we want to be careful about that, and we say that all the time. Since we are a charitable 501c3 organization, we welcome contributions, and any donation that you may make is tax deductible. We welcome volunteers also, for there's a great need for this. We are not like the regular financial institutions. We begin helping people from the lowest level. So we use simple terms. We begin using $1. Any principle we give, we say it applies to $1, just to let you know that we are different. As a volunteer, you can help by pointing people to the link and wherever the information is available. And anyone can go to our website and get an information or get the information about what we do, what we're about, and how it is done. There is a core philosophy that we have, and it's summarized like this, and it's logical. First things first. This philosophy is based on the Judeo-Christian philosophy that was espoused by Jesus Christ when he said, "Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all other things will be added unto you." Our teaching model is based on this concept. We call it the twin bubbles or towers, as we did in the preliminary courses, for financial freedom and independence and happiness. All right, so the two sides of that statement becomes our teaching model. Let me put it up very quickly and explain it to you. You'll see it all come up. And if you follow on the screen, you will see what I'm talking about. First, you see the twin bubbles. Matthew 6:33 is the Judeo-Christian statement. That's who we are. You may be Muslim, you may be Jewish, but you're welcome. We say that whatever we say here is for everybody. Seek first the kingdom means seeking Christ, for he did say the kingdom is within you. And whenever you see Christ and surrender to him, he dwells in that person's mind by faith and assists in every way. But then he said, all things shall be added. The context for this statement was that people were concerned about food, clothes, drink, and everything like that. And Jesus was speaking to his disciples, his followers like us. And he says, don't worry about those things. Seek the kingdom first. Seek me first. Then your food, your clothes, and everything else will come. However, in the 21st century, to get those things, you need money. Hence, you see money there in the bubble number 2. All right? So what we do, we share information on both. Take the first one. This is where when you take time alone to speak with Christ, you will get strength, discipline, self-control, and guidance, ideas. It assists in making plans for the future. We strongly recommend it. And spiritually, it gives the assurance of life eternal. You'll see that in John 17, verse 3. And then consistent again with Christ, he said, he came to give life and an abundant life. Today, to have an abundant life, you need money. And another Judeo-Christian principle is found in Ecclesiastes 19:10, which says that money answers everything. But there's one thing it does not answer, and that's life eternal. And that's what we have in bubble number 1. But it brings, money brings all the other things in the 21st century. And then another Judeo-Christian statement that we like to remind people of is when Jesus said, what would it profit a person to reach all of his goals, have all the money he wants, and anything in this world, but then loses your soul? Well, it isn't worth it, right? So this is why we emphasize bubble number 1. That takes care of the eternal aspects, the spiritual side. It brings that into the life of the individual. And you'll see the value of that as we continue. Then we give information on how money works, how to manage money, and things like that. In the preliminary courses, we covered that completely. Really, to be a part of the advanced course, you should have taken the preliminary courses, have everything in place, and you're all ready to go. And in bubble number 1, we emphasize, take time to be alone. You see it there in those 2 little slides, to speak with a divine power. For the Christian or Judeo-Christian tradition, that's Christ. Whatever may be in yours, then you do that. Then take time to listen and meditate, and it gives you a steering power for the rest of your life. All right, here you see the same thing illustrated with the 2 towers. Okay, in the preliminary courses, we use the towers. In the advanced courses, we use bubbles. That's the inward now. Okay, you would recognize the twin towers as the outstanding phrase from September 11. But now with the pandemic, it is now bubbles. So you can be in bubble number one, that's a relationship with Christ, and bubble number two, financial independence. That's our teaching model. And we ask everybody to live within them. And this course you'll see in the tower there. We took care of that in the first one. This one now, we're going to show how to get extra money. So welcome again. This advanced webinar 202 is about income generation. How can a person get money? Or, and this phrase gives you the basis for our presentation here, the exchange of time for money. All right? And there's a reason for that. Okay, let's go into the quick course webinar. Be listening, take notes. We want to say with this webinar and all the others, you can pause, you can reverse, you can take free screenshots, do whatever you wish to get the information, or even if you want to share it. Nothing is copyrighted. What we usually say you can find on Google. You can go anywhere and get it. It's just general information. Why we're doing it is to help the lowest of the low to begin to climb the ladder of financial freedom. You don't have to go to anywhere high if you have no Google or nothing. Just listening, you will get points that can initiate something in your life that it would be different. So it's very simple, but it is needed. This is why we're a charity. We don't charge. We call ourselves the companion to all charities. Why? Because the information we share can take anybody from the food stamp line or the food line or whatever, so that you can become a giver, someone that offers food to people. That's our goal. We are the proverbial person that teaches someone to fish instead of giving them a fish meal. All other charities give the fish meal. We teach people how to fish so that they will have a meal all the time or financially independent. Quickly now, let's review the sources of income. Think about yourself. The main one is everybody gets a job and works for a salary. Or if you're in a profession, you charge for what you do and you get money for your services. That's the main source of income. But you know, someone describes work as just being over broke. In other words, the employer just pays you enough that you can get by. What we want you to know, that you can even get more than a salary, more than just for your services. We want to show you how to increase that, all right? Then there are those who take advice like that and they get money from a profit from an enterprise or a business, something that they do, and they have profit from that. Then there are those who get money as an outright gift. Someone can just give you a gift. And there are those who inherit money, or it comes to them as gratuity for something. You get extra money. Then there is income from interest, interest on an investment, or interest on money. So this is very important. Then number 6, people seek to get money by dishonest means. We do not recommend that. That is why we have bubble number 1. That's where the tendency or the feelings, the earn or zeal to get money in a dishonest way by fraud, embezzlement, robbery, or stealing, or lying is not recommended. But if that's a problem with you, stay in bubble number 1. Christ can help you, and follow the information we are giving. Then there's another one that we warn against, is luck. People just by luck, gambling, the lottery, or doing things that they just hope to win, getting something for nothing. These are some of the source. So I ask, what's your source of income? as you're listening now, where do you get your income from? Which one of those things that we listed? There may be some other way, but there are different sources. So what we deal with here is the source of extra income. If you're working and what you're now getting is not enough, or if someone gave you a gift and you want more, then we ask persons to stay with us and we will show you how to get more income. If you're working, our first advice is ask for a raise, all right? Go in, speak to your manager, be careful about it, be grateful, be, thankful, and just say, well, I need for more, and be open-minded. You can talk about it in bubble number one before you do it so that you can get a blessing from Christ Jesus as you ask for a raise. But if you don't get the raise, then make the most of what you are now earning. Make the most out of every dollar you receive. Do not waste it. Do not give it away. Use it for what it is for, to sustain yourself. And we strongly recommend the principle from the preliminary course that you do not spend all of your money. Never do, never do it. If you spend all your money, then you'll get broke again immediately. But if you put aside that 10% for tithes and offerings and giving to others, and then you put aside something for your saving out of $1, let's say you put aside 20 cents and you keep the 80 cents, then that's how you do. And then you keep building up on the 20 cents. Soon you will have money sitting down that can make money for you. All that was in the preliminary courses. This is why we're saying make the most of the $1, the $20, the $100, the $5,000 you get. Make the most of it and never spend all of it. For if you spend all, it will not be able to help you. And there you see that number 3, never spend all the money you make. Off the top, give something to that divine power. In fact, in the Judeo-Christian tradition, that first 10% belongs to him, and he blesses for it. Then the offering you can give to others, and be sure to save, put aside something for you. Then what's left, be thrifty with the balance, take care of the cents, we're told, and the dollars will come, will be okay. So be thrifty, save that 2 cents, 3 cents. Soon it can be 30. Then it can be $3. Be that kind of person. Develop that kind of strategy. Don't be like some others. With me, if I see 1 cent on the ground, I pick it up and I put it together with other cents and it developed. It is that attitude by which you can get income. Now, our main philosophy on income. It is exchange your time for money. This is whether you're working or not. Here's what's the strategy behind it. Each person, including you, has the same amount of seconds, hours, days, weeks, months, and years in your lifetime. Use those times, those hours, your spare time, so to speak, in which you may not be working, may be doing something. In other words, don't waste the minutes and the hours. Do something that can produce income. Instead, let me give you an example. Instead of listening and watching rich people play or perform and you're sitting down and you're broke, don't do that. You could do that when you have already made it, but until then, use those minutes. I'm not saying don't watch basketball or baseball or people performing. I'm saying that while you're doing that, do something with your hands. Do something with your plan. Take out your little book and go over a few things so that your plan for money, like those you're watching, is coming to fruition, all right? Be doing something that will bring money, and know your skills, develop a skill, learn a skill that you can work in your spare time to bring money. I remember I was able to make some little lamps out of popsicle sticks. And while I'm sitting down watching a game, I'm building my popsicle lamps and all like that, watching, but I'm doing something that could bring money. And those lamps, people loved them and they were able to produce some extra money. Then always have a written plan. If you aim at nothing, you're going to hit nothing. And let this plan include, all right, if you're planning for something, the cost of what you're hoping to do, the expenses involved, and then show the income. Now, this is not the same as your spending plan. This is a plan for an enterprise that you want to follow through to bring some more money for you. All right. Uh, when it comes to enterprise, you may need to find seed money to begin. Remember, I told you about OPM. This is the same, but as we're going to show later, to benefit from OPM, you need to be doing well right now. You need to be able to be handling your finances, because no one who has money is going to give their money to somebody else who cannot manage it. All right. So have your written plan, get seed money if need be, right? Seed money to invest in your little project. If there is no help, then save money for it. Okay. So that gives a purpose to your not spending all of your dollar, right? You're now saving for a purpose that when you have enough, now you can put it into your project. You can buy the materials, you can buy what you need, and soon it will be producing something for you. You can become an entrepreneur and your dream can come true, but this is up to you. Here are some things that you ought to avoid, and bubble number one can help you with these. Avoid the get rich quick schemes that you hear, where next year you're going to be a millionaire or something, and so forth. No. Now, when I say this, then you must understand what we're trying to say here. There is no substitute for your vision, your dream, your hard work, and your planning. There's no substitute. Anyone who tells you that otherwise, they want to make money off you. And they say, those who have these schemes, that about a fool is born every day. And that is that desire to have money, and they follow get rich quick schemes. Here's our suggestions when you hear one. Check out all the offers that you hear and see if there's one or two that fits your situation. Then if there are one or two, then check the offer. Who's making the offer? Look into the background of the individuals, the history, how long it was in existence. If it's something that just came up overnight, you know they're trying to get money from you. Then check all the things that you can before you go into that scheme or that project, that venture. All right, these are basic facts. Once again, take a screenshot of this, write it down, reverse, and write the points, how you can check out the possibility of making money in a get quick rich quick scheme on the radio or television or on the internet. All right, check it out carefully. Another source of income other than a quick get rich quick scheme is the sale of merchandise for a profit. Just you purchase something for $10 and then you sell it for 13. Then you made $3. So the secret of this is the purchasing end. You must purchase it at a bargain. You can purchase it in bulk. If you purchase something in bulk, you usually have a better price so that when you sell it individually, you will get a profit. All right. You may be good at that. There are some people who are good at that. They can get things at a good bargain or bulk, and then they are good persons who can speak fluently. They can describe their goods well, and so they make money selling merchandise. And this can be almost anything. But the point is that there are many ways for a person living in bubble number one in a connection with Christ that they can make the extra money that they need, or they can begin to build a financial fund following the principles in the preliminary courses that we gave. Do not spend all of your money. Check out projects, and this is an interesting one, that offer residual income. Okay, that is, you make an initial investment and they promise that you'll get income coming in monthly, weekly, as over time and for a long time. But in the same fashion, check into it. Is it true? Do your research, go on the internet and ask questions and think about it before you do. But a residual income producing project or plan is good. This means that you don't have to be there. You can be in Miami, you can be in Paris, and you're making money. It is very good if you can find one. Let me mention something right here, what our plan is. Our plan is, in the Millennium Inspirational Finance Institute, is to investigate, listen to this carefully, investigate all of these. We will do the research for you. We will recommend one or two of these based on our research, but you'll have to check it out. And if you think it is okay, this is our real golden plan ahead. We will give you the seed money with no strings attached, that if you follow the principles we share here and follow these projects or plans, then you will be on your way to financial independence. All right. Let me repeat what I just said. There's going to come a time when we, as a nonprofit institution, will do research for you. We will do the research. We'll make recommendations, but you have to qualify. The qualifications will be that you have a spending plan, you're doing well, now you're ready to jump off into a new thing. We will offer the seed money. Okay, all right. I just thought I'd share that with you now before we come to it. All right, we are to the conclusion. So there is hope with what I just said to you. All right, there's hope. Begin. If you have not seen the preliminary courses, then please review them. All right, check the link. It's the same link. All right, then go over them. Get started on a program. Then when you go through number 4, then you come to these advanced courses. We dealt with debt in number 1. Now this is how you can generate money, ways, give you ideas, right? Write it down, think about it, and then put them in action. And then don't forget what I just said. This institute, Millennium or MIF Institute, that's the DBA for it, we hope to have a library of projects that people can do once you have the seed money. And if you have the seed money and put the time and effort and the skill in it, it has a history of providing an income. That's the best way I can say it. Stay tuned, stay with us. So we're happy that you've been here for this one. So our recommendation will always be live in bubble number 1. Take time to talk to a divine power. In the Judeo-Christian tradition, that's Christ Jesus. Take time to be alone with him. Talk to him, listen to him through his word, surrender to him. He will dwell in you by faith, and through his spirit, he will guide you. He will help you with your debt. He will help you as you plan. And this is what we recommend. And then follow the information, the simple information we give, and then you can increase that. Google most of the things we say here. If you Google them, how to get out of debt, oh, you'll find it all there. If you want a template for a budget, just Google that. What our aim is to help you. We don't want anything out of it. We don't charge. It is just, we want this to be a platform or a link where people can come anytime and get good information that can assist, and more than that, can assist in an eternal outcome, eternal success. That's our goal. So with that in mind, we say, don't miss, keep following. And when we present the webinar on OPM, or that includes OPM, be there and we will show you how to manage it. OPM is a very good financial instrument that, when used, can bring success. There is hardly a business person that has not had success without following OPM or using OPM. That is other people's money from the bank. And as I said before, there are people, that's how they make their money. Watch it. They have money, so they give it to people, right, to use. You must pay them back. You must give them interest. But what we're saying is, you are now trained, you are disciplined enough, you're on the side of Christ, that he can help you manage that OPM so that now you can become a person to offer OPM. How's that? So this is what it's all about. So don't miss our next course. That's entitled, that's webinar 203, Offense and Defense. Oh, this is so important. We have 3 more to go. They're all vital. And don't miss the offense and defense for winning the money game. For we must win, we can't lose. So we're going to tell you how to do it. But there's a guarantee in bubble number 1. Spend time alone, do your planning, do your writing, do your meditation, and it's almost guaranteed. For there are many, many persons, maybe in one of our courses, we'll get people to come on and give testimonies. That idea just came to me. Maybe there will be a 6th course or 7th in which we will just have testimonies, people saying how it has been with them. So until then, you do well, and we're happy that you have been with us, and we're happy that you have listened to everything, and be back whenever the time comes again.